classics.
You ever feel like some shit just gotta be said, but you don't know how to say it? But when I felt it, I still tried to shelf it. But no matter how hard I tried to be quiet, I couldn't help it, help it, help it. So with my hand on the Bible, I solemnly swear I promise to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, the unadulterated truth. So help me God, and I'm hoping my true motherfuckers know this be the truest shit I ever spoke. No holds barred with the wordplay and clever quotes. This is the realest shit I ever wrote. Listen, when I'm alone in my room or when my back's to the wall, I hear my conscience telling me I should fall. Cause when we get in the brawl, I fight fair and I give it my all. But she be on that foul shit, but keep getting the calls. And I swear, it really pisses me off. And I ain't one to complain, but the shit is just ridiculous, y'all. I mean, I try not to trip and be calm, but when I lower my guard, I catch a charge or a kick in the balls. It's like she ain't satisfied till I quit and I fall. And I'm tempted to say fuck it and risking it all, but temptations cause broken laws, crimes and felonies. Plus I can't fall cause my pride be telling me, Charles, life is what you make it. So fight the temptation, cause pressure only busts pipes if the pipes can't take it. And since I'm too proud, I'm never throwing the towel, but I'ma hang it from the balcony like Mike did Blanket. I got the father title, but I don't get to wear it, cause she be telling folks I wish she had a miscarriage. Unjustly accused of shit that keeps getting me sued, and I get sick of trying to prove I'm a fit parent. The shit is despairing, but as my son's idol, I couldn't quit caring and forfeit the title. Plus I don't see how niggas manage to live as sorry motherfucking fathers who abandon their kids. So I vowed to myself, no matter how much she makes me mad, I won't be depicted as the loser that she paints me as. Cause that picture was painted with her imagination, a bunch of lies and 90% exaggeration, like accusations of me waving her the deuce cause I wasn't by her side when her labor was induced, or like a racist in disguise says she's praying for a truce when she really wanna see a nigga hanging from a noose. And I'm just aggravated with an animated spoof, cause I get assassinated due to fabricated proof. So here's the picture I created that I painted in the booth, and I call it the official unadulterated truth. Voila. Now she'll have you believe I turned my back on my seed because I felt that he would ruin my life. And she tries to make it seem like I hit and fled the scene to justify that what she's doing is right. Hey yo, but truth be told, she wanted more than just a piece of my heart, which eventually struck a chord that would keep us apart. And as a last ditch effort, she told me she was pregnant, thinking that would put a beat in my heart. But I wasn't enthused about the news, and excuse my fucking expression, but I was wishing I'd have used some fucking protection. I know my morals and my views may come into question, but don't get it misconstrued, my son is a blessing. It just wasn't expected. And when you go from quoting vows to being a poster child for Usher's confessions, you tend to feel you just derailed your life while thinking, how the fuck am I gonna tell my wife? But she was blind to the facts like a Ray Charles deal, and thought she made the grass greener than a baseball field, cause she sounded so excited, face all thrilled. But I was sitting there in silence with a Nate Dogg grill, like no emotion at all. But a preconceived notion made me want to punch a hole in the wall, cause in a matter of a second, her attitude adjusted and was headed in the opposite direction, south. And she was stretching my facial expression so far out of proportion, you would have thought I tried to get her to have an abortion. When she declined, I hit her with a menace line, like why the fuck you telling me when it isn't mine? But keep in mind, this was all based off a look, or because the weight and the bait was taken off the hook. And I'm guessing it wasn't what she had expected, cause she said since you don't feel like he's your son, then you can get him tested. Matter of fact, since you don't seem enthralled, we can settle this in court and you ain't even gotta be involved. That's when I told her to pause, but you deserve an applause, cause I don't know if you believe that I'm trying to be Michael, or you just playing Billie Jean and you trying to be spiteful. But I'm a man of my word, kinda like a disciple. And all I'm saying is before you start cocking your rifle and shoot me down, you should give me a shot at the title. Cause if I'm liable to lose it and I'm strung up and blasted, I'm probably liable to lose it and blow a fucking gasket. Then I'ma end up in prison for doing something drastic, like having her car bombed while she's stuck in traffic. I'm not enthusiastic, but I'm a man of my vows. And if I say I won't abandon my child, then the only way that I'd allow my son to be a bastard is if I'm in a motherfucking casket. So we can settle out of court, cause I don't feel as if it's needed. And I just feel this shit is disrespectful and demeaning, especially since I haven't even given you a reason. But filing for support was her way of getting even. But you let her tell it this was strictly for the sake of my child, and she wasn't being hateful or foul. But she ain't know if I would step up to the plate and be proud, or if I'd up and disappear without a way to be found. So now I'm forced to fight a battle that's designed for a nigga to fail. And since I'm trying not to end up in jail, I let the judges intervene. But before I even step in the ring, these motherfuckers keep giving me L's. And I'm like, I don't know what I gotta do for a dub, but I can see why Brian Nichols put a few in the judge. And I can see why Ray Caruth went and threw in the gloves and went ballistic when resentment turned into a grudge. Cause when a push turns into a shove, you can't ig it, cause they ain't satisfied until you tried as a defendant. And they'll push, keep pushing it, push, keep pushing it, push, keep pushing it, push, until they push you to your limit. But I figured I could either become a contender and never take the jail bait from a woman that's bitter, or I could be a cellmate and another offender that's waiting on his hell date because of his temper. It was a dilemma, but when I thought about the state's loss rate and my chance of becoming the winner, I'd have been the dumbest nigga to take the bait with all these first 48 state snitches and public defenders. So I decided I'd be quiet while she's shooting me down and implying I don't do for my child. And I just smiled, cause to me she's only digging a ditch, and it proves she's a vindictive and considerate bitch. But the judge seemed to believe that a nigga was rich, and I've been watching her struggle and haven't given a shit. And before I could speak, he told me keep your receipts, cause everything you ever purchase is considered a gift. And I'm thinking he's either joking or he must be racist, cause who the fuck gives gifts on a monthly basis? I mean, at least take a look at all my monthly statements before you bend me over the bench and fuck me naked. And I was so frustrated, I really had to abstain from walking out the court and blowing up the gas main, cause it was really bugging me. But I remembered I'm fighting for joint custody and him to have my last name. And some told me to chill, but when I gave him my spiel, I kept it real and let him know that I feel I shouldn't need a permission. I have to listen to a dictate how long I get to see my son, when and where and which dates. And I don't mean to be an ingrate, but I don't want your supervised visits like I was some kind of inmate. I just want a fair shake before I'm put inside the deadbeat boat and get labeled as being dead weight. So when he judged me and gave her full custody, I was ready to quit, cause I was utterly bothered. And when he said his last name wasn't gonna be Carter, I understood why some niggas don't wanna be fathers. Cause you damned if you do it, you don't. You still seen as a nut, a sperm donor who ain't needed for much. It's like you have a disadvantage cause you treated as such. And if you fight it handicapped, you get beat with your crutch. So they rather forfeit or end up in the joint, cause if you know you'll never win, then what the fuck is the point? But me, I'm prideful, so forfeiting's not even an option. I'm fighting to the final round, I'm keeping it popping, and I ain't stopping till I'm in a dead sleep, laying on my deathbed, covered with the bed sheets from my head to my feet.
Why's that?
Cause I would rather get beat till I'm dead instead of living as a deadbeat. And I don't care if they beat me while I was butt naked, or I was living at the Mission or the bus station on Skid Row. I'ma let my kids know if I ever say I'm quitting, I'm just venting out of frustration. But don't get it confused, cause I never call it quits, no matter how many decisions I lose. Cause it's all for a reason, and as long as I keep breathing, I'ma lace them up, step in the ring, and keep swinging, 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 swinging. Yeah. Said it's all for a reason, and as long as I keep breathing, then I'ma keep swinging, 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 swinging. Food for thought.
Get that off my chest right quick.
And I know I probably raised a few eyebrows and hit a couple nerves. but the truth hurts. Hoping my true motherfuckers know this be the truest shit I ever spoke. Yeah, the unadulterated truth, right hand on the Bible, the Quran, beyond whatever religion you subscribe to. And with the wordplay and clever quotes, this is the realest shit I ever wrote. Shout out to the real fathers who believe that their kids are worth fighting for. And yeah, I usually keep my dirty laundry hidden in the basement, but sometimes it could use a little ventilation. Shout out to Joe Budden for the illustrations. Shout out to Don Tripp for the inspiration.